Hello, everybody, and welcome to the LCS Lunker Podcast, episode 12, baby. We are here in China with my co-host Ahren
Hello.
and Brandon.
We are in Chengdu.
Chengdu, China, baby.
Chengdu.
We made it.
Unfortunately, the hotel room we reserved did not have 3 beds, so Eddy is currently sleeping in the bathtub.
Yeah, that's
Eddy,
how it
how's
be.
It's okay. We got some blankets, a pillow. He's chilling.
Yeah,
He's short too,
room
anyways.
service goes. Hey, I may be 3'3" as Sonic the Hedgehog, but room service goes crazy. The food is nice. The blankets are warm. The pillows are warm, and the showers are clean. So I have no complaints. Are you telling me I couldn't just sleep on this chair?
No, this is a recording studio. It's clearly
Oh,
not from that studio until
man. All right. Well, that's okay. I still can't believe we fit Vile on the plane, bro.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
We just kind of the only person that actually needed a ticket, luckily, was Eddy. Just stuck me in a box.
Yep.
Brandon just hopped in cargo. It was chill.
We made it work. We found
Saved
our
a
way
lot
in.
of money.
I did not eat or drink for 25 hours.
Yeah.
I can't be laughing at that. That's actually how long the plane ride was. Shout out to time zones. But yeah, we've made it. We are here. We are healthy. We are in one piece. And we got plenty of news to go over. I guess we can start domestic, meaning NA first. The C9 roster. I think we all saw what happened. We all saw, we all read, and we all knew it was happening. Fudge steps down as the top laner, and Thanatos joins as our top laner. I am excited. Ahren, you were talking about this the entire time, these past few episodes, and now I know you're the most hyped. Even though we're both C9 fans, I know you're the most hyped.
God, we missed MSI, baby. Hell yeah. Thank God.
It's a crazy way to think about it.
Yeah, no.
You could have stand another split of fudge.
It's not even that as much as I really wanted Thanatos. Now, part of it is I couldn't stand another split of fudge. That man does nothing. But Thanatos, anytime I'd be like, C9 Thanatos, let's go, he's gonna sign. It would always be like a joke and a pipe dream. But then it actually happened because a pedophile did not want him on his team. So, will not be named.
We
but
don't need
thank
to.
you, pedophiles.
What?
What?
I don't know if
But yeah,
Appreciate you. You got me a
Thanatos
good
stepping
player.
up is really sick, and our coaching staff as well. So we all knew. I saw it coming. Mithy leaving. He was here. He did what he could. Grateful he's gone now, and Reaper comes back. I didn't. Okay, I wanted it to happen. I did not expect him to come back. I'm really excited because Reaper he's already tenured to the C9 systems. Like, he's not a stranger to any of this. Like, he has coached in NA for C9. I think he coached for 100 Thieves too, if I remember correctly.
One of them,
Yeah, and then left to go to Japan. I forgot what team.
Sengoku.
Sengoku Game. Yeah, Sengoku Gaming.
In Japan, I don't blame the man.
Yeah.
And now he's
Paid the
back.
big bucks.
I think one important point with Reaper and Mithy, right, is people talk about, right, like Double Lift was talking about that, and other players were like, draft really is, it's not a coach thing. Like, they could maybe say like 60% coach, 40% team, or 60% team, 40% coach, right? And you can't fire someone over something like that. But while I thought their drafts were bad, and that could have been part of the player's fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the part that always frustrated me as much. It was like the game plan, right? I mean, just watching them
It felt frustrating.
The do nothing and the lose combo was so frustrating.
It's just the fact that it felt really frustrating to watch.
So, maybe drafts will get a little bit better with Reaper. I mean, they better get better. But it might not be because of Reaper and lack of Mithy, right? It could be a bunch of different things. But I'm really hoping the game plan can change with Thanatos and with Mithy, and with Reaper, with Mithy out. So Hoping we can get a new spark in the C9 team that is literally now filled with. Somehow they got more super team. We got
Became
super
more of
team.
a super
We
team.
got more super team to the failed super team. Somehow.
So back.
We're so back again. We thought it was so over,
Not
and then we were so back, and then it was so over, but actually, and then we're somehow so back again, but even more than we were the first time.
and we get this roster for summer. The season that actually matters,
baby.
Like,
Hell
let's
yeah.
go, dude. I'm actually so excited. And not
It'll be fun.
and in more top laner news,
And my role's actually exciting in C9. Finally, thank God.
dude, you get to see not only just like Thanatos pull up, but now Eric Ritchie.
Yeah. Eric Ritchie.
Licorice is
Eric
going to
fucking
Dignitas
Ritchie.
after taking
arrived.
like, what? Just a split, just a whole split. Just
He was even still there. He was commentating and analyzing.
yeah, like he
They put
was.
him on the desk. Yeah.
He was still a part of the ecosystem, but like now he's actually like a player, and it's like, oh, thank God he's back.
Great.
Thank God.
'Cause
Dignitas
how did-
too. I'm kind of
yeah.
scared, but like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because tell
I'm
me
interested.
how the first team top laner doesn't have a team for a split. That's crazy. Now I'm glad. Dignitas actually looked a little up anyway, so it's not like he's completely doomed. I don't
Mhm.
think their issue was
Figured.
Rich necessarily. So while I do think it is an upgrade, I don't know if it's like the most notable upgrade. But like I think he is a lot better than Rich, but I don't know how much of a change it can actually make to overall how the team does. But it wouldn't shock me with the addition of Licorice and the hopefully improvement of the other players.
I think it's
actually
because
could do something.
it's not to say Rich was bad, but he was never the player you were looking at on Dignitas to actually like be a difference. It was always like XU or just like
Yeah. Rich was
Isles roaming. Like Rich just felt very eh.
Rich for summer was definitely way better, and this split he definitely was slacked a lot more than he did comparatively. A lot less of his unique picks. Licorice, yeah, he'll come back better. XE was talking about how, like in the pros where, I think it was the first pros episode, talked about like he couldn't really communicate like what he wanted to do with his top and mid. And now like that's kind of semi fixed.
And now you get a solo laner whose first language is English.
And
yeah,
it's great.
It's good for them. I mean, also okay. Another news that isn't written here, but I do want to mention is Inero is coming back on Immortals for the coach.
Inero,
I mean, it's great to see him. I love seeing Inero all the time.
he must have earned a bag if he's going there, because I know what was his name. Sharks left Immortals. Inero joining them. Is he joining them as like head coach? Is it head coach?
I'm pretty sure. I saw the leak.
Okay.
And I mean, like he was coaching for Golden Guardians. I mean, I assume it's gonna be a similar situation, but it's always fun to see Nero around on the tier 1 scene. He was on tier 2 for a little bit with Disguised, but it's nice seeing Nero again.
He's a guy you look at just to like add energy to a team. I don't think he adds anything like constructive in terms of like draft or actual playmaking, but he's probably a guy that gives you like good energy that helps you just be better. So I think him being on the team that's like, I feel like I'd be depressed if I signed on to Immortal. So his energy there might shift things, might change the atmosphere. So I think that's great for him. And if it doesn't work out, that's still a bag.
And he's with the GOAT.
Edward.
Redford.
Tactical. Why you say the GOAT and my brain immediately goes to tactical?
Yeah.
The epitome of being held back by your team, man. Ugh.
If I get to make, wait, no, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. We'll get
there.
back to it. Yeah, we'll get there.
It's okay. We can widen our scope a little bit. LCS officially moving on to best.
Not officially.
It's not official. Is it a leak?
It's a leak. It's still a leak.
I thought it was official. I lied then. Okay, it's a leak. Team.
But it is a Sheep Esports league, so it's pretty.
So it's accurate.
Yeah.
So he Yeah, Sheep Esports. Shout out to Sheep Esports. You know, the GOAT. I hope you're watching this. But yeah,
We know
best
you're
of
watching
threes
this.
for LCS. I am all for. I think.
God.
I think this is gonna lean into our next topic, but it's also gonna like intertwine a bit. Mark talked about how like comparatively this season, or technically now last spring, was actually very good for viewership because things were changed around. There's a lot of factors to like weigh in, but I think Mark is leaning towards just shifting things around in order to actually earn newer viewership and to retain older viewership. Best of threes is also just what players really like to do instead, because then you can actually evolve in a game instead of just like being better on the day.
Also, I think one interesting point that I don't think will ever get brought up because it's completely a feelings thing. When it initially started, I loved it. It was the recorded drafts, great from a viewership perspective. I liked them a lot. Made everything go really smoothly. You could finish in 2.5 hours. That was fun. But then you could see kind of like it's really a bad competitive way of doing draft where people could play matchups during it, and then or they wouldn't be prepped for stage drafting and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, because
So
that format will
that
never
is
reach international tiers.
no. But nice thing for Marks is I think it was very well taken from a viewership's perspective. I do think a lot of viewers like that, but obviously you can't do that for best of 3, so he gets to take it away without actually like removing it, right? Because it's like he's forced to, so he's not actively making it look like it's a decision that's like, oh well, everyone liked this, and then we're just gonna take it away.
If I remember correctly, at least because I remember Blabber saying in an interview he was a fan of it because of that fact, where you can like play out a matchup
Yeah, I
or
think that's so lame.
maybe try and like practice clearing jungles in a champion that's like different. But
Yeah.
he disliked the fact that when Fearless Draft starts, not Fearless, what am I saying, Fearless Draft? When this like form of drafting starts, like you can't use your phone, you can't use anything, like you're locked out from the world, technically speaking. Like you only get like the client to use. I think it's locked off with like regular internet access. You only use what is there. So you're kind of stuck.
Right.
Until like the actual game starts, so you have to like learn to lock in mentally during after drafting. So it is kind of like I said, great from a viewership perspective, but for players it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I will say I am very happy that LCS has been experimenting. One thing I did write down, only because I think I said earlier, fearless drafting. Someone tried to point out wanting to see happen in the LCS. It's gonna be like a small like tangent for me, but I don't
know
think
how I feel about it.
I don't think it should happen because the first draft, well, first it's obviously not going to work in a best of 1, and in a setting that's best of 3 is probably the best where it will shine.
It doesn't exist in a best of 1 is the thing.
Yeah, and best of 3 like is probably the best way to do it. But then you think about it, fearless drafting for anything past that is just like because you watch pro play for like the peak in competition. And if you're just watching people scrape the bottom of the barrel for champions to like use, it eventually starts to look like your average Emerald game.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll ever get to that point, right? Because I think, it'll be those kind of champions. But people talk about, oh, I don't want to see, Azir Corki or Azir Akali or Azir. Well, actually, that would be kind of
like Azir Talia for like the 17th time in the same event.
Which I understand. But one thing I really love of best of 5s and that kind of stuff is seeing like pick prio change and alternate in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like in that T1 game.
Which
right?
one?
It's like the T1 Gen G finals, right?
Ah.
It's like Azir started. They kind of realized Azir actually, despite always being broken, wasn't really the thing affecting drafts. Like, okay, we need more agency in the mid lane right when the game starts. Okay, so then Talia took more priority, even though that didn't the series didn't start out that way. So series do adapt as the games go on, and while Fearless definitely forces that to an even higher perspective, I do think it does take away some of the competitiveness of it. My only question is, with Fearless, you still have a regular draft, or do you not, or a regular ban phase, or does it
Yeah.
just, ban?
So
Yeah.
that's where it gets kind of
Okay.
complicated because everyone has their own version of it. Where it's like,
'Cause
okay,
yeah,
all the champions that
s-
get picked or banned are now officially gone for the next
Yeah.
match. Some people say only the champions that win in the game are gone, but the ones that have lost
Yeah.
still stay in draft, and it's
yeah.
there's too many
Bubba
factors.
had talked about that as well. I do think if you're gonna do it, it should be all 10 champs in a game get banned.
Yeah.
On top of it, yeah, because like I was watching another, and obviously this wasn't a legit tournament. I think it was but it was a Fearless draft, but they just banned. There was no ban phase. It was whoever was picked was banned the next time, right? And that's awful. But I don't think they would do that. But I just wanted to make sure that wasn't it.
I'm just happy that we're experimenting with different things.
Yeah,
Even if these are completely
the
like
LPL
not practical.
is gonna do it for their first round. So the LPL's really changing how they're doing the season. It's essentially like 3 stages.
I didn't even know the LPL was switching up their stuff.
Yeah, so they're gonna do Fearless Draft in their first group stage, right? So essentially, there's 4 groups for the teams. They all get put into a group, and then they play in those for a little bit. And that's gonna be what the Fearless Draft is. Those groups, top 2 move on to the upper section, and then I guess it's an upper bracket. Top 2 move up to the upper bracket, from each group, and then the bottom 2 move on to the lower bracket. Then upper bracket teams move into playoffs from that group, whoever wins the upper bracket ones, and then the lower bracket teams, if you lost in the lower bracket, you're out. But if you move on, I think 2 teams move on from the lower bracket. The losing upper bracket teams and the winning lower bracket teams move to a next stage, and then whoever wins there makes it to playoffs.
That kind of format kind of makes sense only because LPL is not like 16, 18 teams?
Yeah, it's 16.
Dude, it's a lot.
They got a lot, bro.
Yeah, they got a lot. So them switching stuff up makes sense because the old format is not made for those many teams.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they would swap things around.
Yeah, and obviously we have even less teams than the LCK. So for our new best of 3 format, I was thinking they would do it something like the LCK, but then, obviously, apparently, Korea has different kind of work weeks than America, and there's not like the same idea of weekends that we have, right? So there's not like an important days for it to be on for viewership.
Nope. That's why you'll catch
so
like KT
really
versus T1 on like a Wednesday morning for us.
I know. It's like, see, but I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Best or 1 round robin is a little unfortunate, but I don't think it'll matter too much. I guess not. I don't think so.
Oh, just win.
I can't imagine it matters that much. Obviously, you could get a little screwed if you get like a hot team at the start, and then that team gets way weaker, and then now you've lost to that team. You don't get to bounce back from that and play them again. But who knows? I like this a lot more. I'm excited.
Best of 3.
Out of pure principle, I'll at least have the Dig IMT games on for viewership, so I can get the LCS that ad money, and then I can just go and do other stuff.
Since like after watching LCK, everyone knows that the Bryon games are the best ones.
Bro, the Dig the Dig Immortals games are always bangers for some reason. I don't understand.
it's a battle. It's a battle at the dump, bro. Yeah, these guys are just fighting in a junkyard.
Battle,
Yo.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
It is a single round robin. That should also be noted.
That's what I was talking about with before, where you only play each team once. Cool.
I just realized OK Brown went 3-15. Wow, they're hyped to watch that?
Yes.
Exactly.
My fault.
But yeah.
Should we move on to
I think that is
piece
the
of resistance of regional news
of LCS for us today. Now we will be moving on to the main reason people are obviously here. MSI.
The mid-season invitational.
MSI will officially
explain this format like I'm 12, bro.
All right, Brandon. Okay, never mind. I'll do it. It's okay. I got it.
I'm sick, so I had to cough. I didn't want to...
Okay. You got it.
All right. So the format. So it will start off. There are two stages. There's the play-ins and the play-offs. So the play-in stage begins with involving the second seeds of major regions and the number 1 seeds for minor regions. So all of these matches are played as a best of 3, except the lower bracket final. But that's the lower bracket final is a best of 5, and the top 4 teams will qualify for playoffs. Now, playoffs is 8 teams, so it already has the number 1 seeds from the 4 major regions. It is a double elimination, and all matches are best of 5. That is the format. Very simple.
Eddy, tell them what they get if they win.
They get what? A big old trophy, a cute little trophy.
And
I forgot what else they get. What else did they earn?
Okay, Brandon, tell them what they get if they win.
Is it like this the right to go into Worlds?
Yeah. The winner of MSI gets a locked-in slot immediately to Worlds.
How would that even do? Are they guaranteed at least play in?
Yeah, probably.
I bet it works a lot like LEC like points and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So the winner gets their slot guaranteed, and the second place gets another slot for their region.
Oh, actually, no. I bet I know how it goes. If they're not a top 4, right? Let's say they don't finish top 4, because there'll be 4 slots. Whoever was 4th gets kicked out. But if they're top 4, then they just get whatever seat they were gonna get, and they.
Yeah, I'd say that's how it is.
Okay. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember these because I remember. What was this? It was one episode we talked about it where we were like, "Damn, we could like." Okay, this is not out the realm of probability, but we could potentially see the top 5 LCS teams at Worlds.
Wait. Is it legit 5 seed if LCK or LPL goes both teams to the finals?
I believe.
I'm not 100% sure. They say the runner-up, but
yeah, exactly.
I feel like
they would not give 5 team because 5 teams do not from any region do not deserve to be in.
Yeah,
I'm be real. Like
I don't know, bro. That's China. Like if China gets it, they get it.
We could be. Let me go check.
No, LCK has like 4 teams, 3 teams, 3.5.
Standings.
And the LCK standings, maybe their top 4 teams deserve to go to Worlds. Everyone else is kind of just like.
KT. That's all that matters.
Yeah, tell me that we can't beat the ninjas in pajamas, dude.
They have rookie, bro. I'm good.
I was about to say.
Surely we could like try. Actually, isn't that the team that the Shy's rumored to be going to? It's that or LNG.
It was the Shy was rumored to go to Longzhou, and it fell through because he said he's taking a longer break.
Oh, okay. Well, Cagel's gonna go kill himself now.
I think he already.
Yeah, he
already did. Well, he didn't actually self-delete, but.
Yo, shit, man.
We're gonna get demonetized now, Ahren. No.
Oh Lord.
But yeah,
he's not allowed to use kill himself.
I don't know. I hope the AI doesn't check this video and be like, "Yep, mark this for adults because they talked about self-deletion." It doesn't matter. But yeah, Cagel already had his whole spiel where he was like, "Yep, I think it's over. I have no reason to go on," and he's very sad. He's very. It was funny, but at the same time, I'm like, "Wow, his favorite player is just not playing." Like, this is funny, but also sad to watch.
Yeah, that's
I feel
me with JoJo at internationals for like what 2
years
or 2 years straight now.
Yeah. It's okay. This year, this is
the
year.
He made his first internationals.
Next year, if C9 misses Worlds, I actually like don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't know what to do either, bro. Okay,
C9
no,
liquidated.
I don't know how they don't, because technically speaking, we ended the split in third. So if they somehow can't replicate that with Fudge and Mithy, there's a problem. We're gonna have problems.
Yeah, we know, like it's actually doomed. Whoever, like, we need to just take out. Just shoot Jack. We'll just shoot Jack. I mean, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No.
We're blaming Jack.
Jack, I know
Yo, what if Jack wants to sponsor?
We're not gonna shoot you.
Yo, Jack, I've respected
Please
C9 since Mango won Evo twice, bro. I was there.
I was there. Like, not in a creepy fan way. I meant more like, you know, execution style.
You want him to be public. You want him to be executed.
Well, one's at least more formal.
Yo, Aaron wants someone to be a martyr if C9 somehow doesn't make it to World. Like you said, bro, someone has to die.
Someone's gotta die. Look at that team and tell me someone doesn't have
like
to die.
jail is not enough. Someone has to die.
God damn.
All right.
Actually, jail would be enough. If we could figure out a way to jail someone, I'd be content.
Nah, bro, because then they're technically still walking the earth.
Okay, well, okay. At this point, I'm not the one that wants to kill people. It's clear.
Nah. Anyway. Away from homicidal tendencies. MSI play-ins. Team.
Yippee!
We have a whole lot of teams here today.
All right, yeah, we gotta talk about these teams now.
These teams are about to get dwindled down, by the way.
Yeah. All right, we'll start from the minor regions. Okay,
Bottom right.
Starting, we have from the LLA, Estral. They're gonna get absolutely.
Is it pronounced Estral or Estral?
Estral. I don't know.
I think it's Estral.
Estral. Yeah, Estral. What do you want from me? I'm white.
So shouts to Estral because Jose Diodo is here. He is present. He's come back.
Who's the it's their AD carrier, right? That people really like from this team.
Snacker? I don't know too much about him.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Everyone knows Jose Diodo.
I'm just here for Jose Diodo, honestly speaking.
Jose Diodo? Okay, who is Jose Diodo? Because I don't know.
He was on FlyQuest 2022.
What's his tag?
How to spell it? That's literally his tag.
Okay, FlyQuest 2022 he was on?
I think, yeah, with
his tag is Jose Diodo?
Yeah.
Okay. Ahren was playing in 2022?
Yeah.
That's when he retired.
Don't remind me.
You know what? It's fine. But yeah.
He's the player that we're looking at because it's like, ooh, he's here. Let's go.
You know that old video. It was back during the college football playoffs, I think. No, not the playoff. Yeah, the playoffs. It was November. It was during Worlds, so I was trying to think about what kind of dates I'm thinking about. Was it during NFL playoffs? You know what? It's not relevant. Possum walks onto the field, and then they just drag. He's like prancing around. He's all happy. He made it. He's on the field, and then the pest control just drags him off the field with the little stick. That's what's gonna happen to Estral. I'm gonna be. They're happy to be
like
there,
in cartoons where they stroll onto a stage and then just get carried away by a cane.
It'll be a short trip. I'm sad it didn't do better. My best ever tweet was about Gen G with that exact clip.
But
and no one ever liked it.
LLA, who knows? I'm here to just see FlyQuest make it and then watch these minor regions somehow make upsets. That's what we want to see. And speaking of another minor region that could make an upset, PSG Talent representing the PCS. Maple is back. Junjia is back. The rest of the team are randoms to me.
Wait. I remember what.
I mean, all these players are back.
TCU versus Texas Tech. It was the Big 12 championship game. Which I know you all know exactly what I'm talking about. So
yo, Aaron is talking to Air Brandon. I don't know what to do waffling about, bro.
He's talking to the audience. That's full.
Yeah, the audience. They're also familiar with college football playoffs, and
they all
are. Not my fault.
They know.
They do know.
Every single one of them.
Maple, Junjia. This combination being back at international events, yo, God knows I'm not watching a single PCS game, but I will be here to support them when they are here for international for international events. Maple being on TSM for like a good port. I don't even think a good portion. This dude was on TSM like he was here, did the least, left, and is now just. I'm happy he's doing well because I think he was on the brink of retiring. Funny enough,
dude. Yeah, he was. It was. Yeah.
I remember seeing tweets saying that this dude was thinking about it. This dude was like getting closer, just being like, "Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to do it." And now look at him.
He's back at international.
Yeah, PCS was crazy, dude. PCS playoffs is like you have to play against Oceania and now LJL.
Yeah, you gotta go go against Oceania and Japan, bro. It's competitive. Okay, it's competitive because of how many teams there are and how much you have to do to get there. Like, you have to have a lot of tenacity, and this team,
like, you had to beat like CFO. Eddy's familiar with CFO. They had Karsa and Gory.
No, they're not here.
The
CTBC CFO Flying Oysters.
There's the SoftBank Hawks, which
the
had
what?
Evie.
The what?
The LGL.
What's the team name again?
SoftBank Hawks.
Yo, can you say that all together without the
No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I will. I don't like saying B in front of Hawk. Or K in front of Hawk. I mean,
come on. Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm good.
Continue that. Continue.
But yeah. Evie was on that team. Some people are familiar with Evie on his stint on.
If you watch LEC, bro, yeah, you are. This dude,
LEC?
all he does, this dude's famous for not even winning. He just won the image of him smoking in the back room. Because I remember you're allowed to smoke in the buildings in the LEC.
That was Bo.
That was Bo? Oh, whoops, wrong person.
But yeah, Evie, sad, but here we are. PSG, they're here, and well, this is it. So, going to the next team, we have GAM, which is apparently me googling this. They're not even called Gigabyte Marines anymore. It's just GAM
really?
Esports.
What?
The Gigabyte Marines are gone?
It says formerly known as Gigabyte Marines. It doesn't say alternatively.
What?
Very important distinction.
That makes
They're
me...
just GAM. Yeah, it's very, yeah.
That's so dry.
It's
actually so...
Aura.
There's no aura to it anymore. You know what? They still have that tall owner? The really
Bro,
tall owner?
Call their grandma.
Yes,
Yo, Gam.
and they have the tall excuse me. They have the CEO, but he couldn't make it to MSI because his visa did not get approved.
That is depressing.
And they were also stuck in Guangzhou airport for a majority of their time. But I mean, they're here. Kiaya, Levi, they come back.
The kings of Ho Chi Minh City, baby. Doom, man.
And as well, they have Emo, Easy Love, and Elio. Emo and Easy Love were put in due to VCS had a match fixing scandal, so they had to replace some parts on basically every single team that existed in that region.
Yeah.
So they kind of they had fucking SOFM on support on one of the teams. I forgot which team, but that happened.
Yeah, their roster looks slapped together. What the fuck? Wait.
Yeah, this is very random.
Yo!
Like, I don't think Emo has a page on Liquidpedia at all.
Ooh, oh my god. That is actually okay, because I knew about the scandal. I completely forgot this guy has a Liquidpedia page, but it was just put together. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this team is how far did I put them in my prediction? I think I might have to switch some things up.
You had them beating.
No caption, no caption.
It's almost like exactly what I said.
You know what, Aaron? What you say? I'm gonna close my ears.
Yeah, I can tell. I give you often good advice.
My ears are closed. There we go. So my predictions have been swapped out.
And then my team, Brazil. Give it up for Brazil.
Give it up for Robo.
Robo.
I think he's one of the few. He's one of the few players like of current time that actually has a personality. This dude is an actual goofball. I don't think he's
like watching him yell at the other team.
I think I always compliment CBLOL for that. It's so funny. This dude will just be screaming across like it's CS:GO. Because I know CS:GO players do it a lot. The Koreans could never. No. Because they don't do that. They hold a lot of respect for each other. But when it comes to just like sports outside of the conformity regions of like China, like Korea, these guys are in each other's faces, bro. It's so funny. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Like, the things said between wide receivers and cornerbacks could never leave. Honest to God, keeps them out of heaven alone. Like,
Oh, wow.
That's so real.
The energy is just not the same. But it's you can get in like Korea and China and Brazil kind of has that energy, and I love them for it.
That's because it doesn't matter the sport. Like even I think last year's MSI. Like they had a whole I think a good amount of their fans had a whole section during play-ins where they were just loud. They were louder than anyone else in the crowd.
Do you remember Odell Beckham Jr. versus Josh Norman?
Yes.
And how it like devolved into literally them just fighting in their opposition. Like they'd be talking the whole time before the whistle. Like they snap the ball. And then they just like tackle each other instead of actually running around.
No, yeah, they just it started to turn into just like softcore MMA, and it was just like, you know what, this is what the people love to see. The ref stopped it, but it was just like, you know what, this drives revenue. This is what drives engagement.
And they're both washed now.
Yeah.
Dude, Josh Norman and Odell used to be two of the most. I mean, Josh Norman, that man had reputation. And then he just got cooked after, but it was fun. Dude, that game was awesome. But completely irrelevant. Just good representation of the energy I need to see. I just need to see Robo get solo killed by like fucking 369 and just yell at him for it. It gets solo killed because. Let's be honest. I don't like how many times has 369 been solo killed this season. Actually, I'm curious.
Only God knows.
Probably very little. But imagine if Robo got a solo kill against 369. Ooh, like that man.
Bro, he'll hang that up on his fridge, bro. He'll hang that up on his fridge somehow.
He sees the gray screen and then he just hears like. Portuguese like, slightly coming through his headphones.
You don't like I don't know what Blood's saying, but is he talking to me? But I think that wraps up our first seeds of the minor regions.
Yes. Let's
reach the major regions. I'll start off with Fnatic. Once again, it's not a rivalry against Fnatic G2, so seeing Fnatic down here, I am no stranger to. Humanoid. This is Humanoid's meta. I like no joke. This is Humanoid's meta. I said the same thing about Jensen. I'll say the same thing about Humanoid. This is the control mage meta. This is the DPS mage meta. This is the Azir meta. It's Humanoid's game to win.
Actually, Azir got nerfed, but
wait, is that this patch?
Yeah.
No. Wait, what they nerf specifically?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
Don't ask me either. I don't know.
You know what? I'm searching this up first because I
haven't looked at the patch notes for the last two patches, bro.
Yeah, 4.8 is Azir nerfs.
Okay. It's just the base damage off of Arise. Okay, what else?
Searching, looking.
It's just the base dip. Oh, yeah, 14.8. Oh yeah, it's just. Oh, so it's health regen. Oh, okay. Yeah, health regen and then Arise damage is just lowered. Okay, I
think with Talia and Ari and Aesol being so broken at the moment,
it's not. This is not the worst nerf. I don't think I'm be weird about that. Azir is still going to be strong.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say he's not gonna be picked. Yeah.
But
Yeah, Fnatic.
Yeah.
That's
I think
the
the
team.
thing I
Humanoid's
want
gonna
to talk
carry
the
them.
most about Fnatic actually is not that Humanoid is going to carry them, or Oscar, or Razork, who is actually better than Humanoid. It's Jun.
Wow.
Like go Jun. The
Yun.
best support in the East. Or in the West, I mean.
Yeah.
I was about to
My
say.
bad. He's from the East, so he threw me off. He's Korean.
From the East, pulls up to the West.
Korean.
Korean, as they say. This man, watching through some of the LEC playoffs, I think the two best players going into this tournament from the West are easily Caps and Jun. I think Jun is a great support player. I think Noah plays with him really well. I think, I think it's similar. It's not nearly to the extent of BLG, but I think it's similar to where Razork and Jun play really, really well together. And they have their timings really down well, and that allows the bot lane to be played even easier. And I think Noah, when he's given space, can play the game really, really well. Because I have a lot of faith in him as an AD carry. But I think Jun and Razork are, if Fnatic is going to do anything in this tournament, it's going to be from those two. And their, rotations, their plays. Because Jun is a great playmaking support. Like, he's not the range support guy. He's your Nautilus, your Blitzcrank, your Rakan.
They did have to trudge
good.
to. They trudged through the entirety of the losers bracket, I think. Because I remember they lost. They had to lose to G2.
BDS.
Yeah, they lost to G2. Yeah. They beat Heretics. I remember them beating Vitality. They were, BDS getting reverse swept, bro. The funniest shit.
Your perspective of it was kind of funny.
I
was happy.
Yeah. No, it was hilarious just to see, because I was like, oh, because I was at work and I was just like, oh, BDS is winning. Oh, they're winning like 2-0. Oh my god, it's about to be over. But I still had my phone open anyway on the side, because I'm like, okay, on the off chance, I already found a way to get my phone on and at work, just chilling there. And I'm just pacing through work. I'm looking at my phone every now and then. I'm like, what the fuck? The game's still going? They won game 3? Okay. A couple minutes go by. They won game 4? And then I look back at my phone. Silver Scripts is playing. Like I can hear it through my headphones. I'm just like, oh shit. Okay.
In that series, Jun was legit solo carry.
Bro, I barely watched the series. I was just getting hyped at the fact Fnatic was winning.
Oscar, good Cassante player. That's what I'm gonna give him at the time.
That's fair.
I like his Cassante. I liked his Gwen a lot too when he would play the Gwen, but I haven't really seen the Gwen.
Oh, his Gwen is very good. I always see him at like 13 CS per minute every time he plays Gwen.
He's crazy, yeah. But I feel like they haven't given him that pick. I mean, it really is like, I don't know. I don't like seeing him on many other carries besides the Gwen. But yeah, I like his Cassante a lot. Rek'Sai's gone, luckily.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Is Rek'Sai out for the tournament?
If G2 bring lane swaps back again.
Is Rek'Sai out for the tournament?
Lane swaps, yes.
No.
It's just not meta anymore. Like, he's not getting top lane anymore. Which I'm gonna be, which thank God, that pick was so boring. I had to watch Ben pick it.
That's all right. We'll get Udyr back.
He was not.
We're gonna get Udyr Cassante back. Yes, sir.
It's so boring. But yeah, Oscar's Cassante I think is really strong. If you can get him good angles on that, you'll be in a good situation. I don't like watching his Zac. I like watching his Gwen. He's a good tank player, but I don't think the Zac was that good. He just was not hitting his skill shots on it. He's definitely their weakest player in my opinion, but if you get him on the right stuff with the right angle, I think he can do really well. He's a good rock. On the Cassante, he's not nearly as consistent overall as like your classic rock guy, but Razork, really good jungler. I think he's the best jungler in the West as well. Sorry, not in the West, in the LEC. I think Yike, I like Yike a lot, but I think Yike has better players around him, so it makes him look a little bit, better. I think he's good, but I just think when you're on G2, it's really easy to look better, right? Humanoid, Marek Brazda. I like him a lot. I think he's a good player. Yeah, I do know his
Give
full
out the
name.
full Govey. God damn.
I liked Fnatic a lot from the LEC. That was my favorite team to watch.
All right, let's move. That was long.
By the way, not like a legit fan, because obviously I'm always moving through teams. It's like the NFL and the NBA for me, since I don't like legit watch them. I just kind of rotate. I'm like, oh, they're fun at the time. I'm only I can't die hard for anyone in the LEC, right? I'm like, K Corp, ooh, that'll be kind of cool, and then they suck, so I'm not gonna watch K Corp. I'm not gonna tune into K Corp games if I don't care about those.
I do. See who's the first team that's gonna lose to.
Exactly. Sorry. Oh.
Bro started dying after I said I do.
And then.
Bro, I loved watching them just to be like, all right, who's the first team that's gonna lose to them?
Mad was fun. They had their cool little rookies. Merwin was a big Gwen guy. And then, Fnatic I thought was fun. I like Kadriel a lot. Normally, I always cheer against Kadriel's teams because it's funny to watch him mauled. But then Jun won me over. I'm gonna be honest. It's so funny to watch the teams he's cheering for lose.
But, we always just look back and watch Energy versus G2.
Yep, great series. And then,
all right,
we have 3 more teams.
Yeah, so that's
Top Esports next.
Another Chinese representative.
Right.
Top Esports is here. They've last receipt on 2022 Worlds. Bringing in 369, reigning MSI champion. One of the rocks, one of the strong here on the.
I think they
back
have
on one of his previous teams.
The best top laner in the tournament.
I agree.
369.
He can play the weak side, strong side.
I think 369 has only gotten better. And Ben has had to adapt a little bit to season 14, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's done well with it. I think 369 is just looked better, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tian's here.
Tian's here.
He's good, but he hasn't really looked good in international since 2019.
He's good until he's not, and then he doesn't stop not looking good.
Yo, Top Esports gets a Mickey Mouse run, by the way. They get to fight Brazil and then Europe, and then they're just in. What the fuck?
Well, I mean,
how do you... Yo, I'm looking at their roster.
Bro,
how do you lose?
Well, they're an LPL team. I mean, T1 gets to fight Latin America and then America. And that's just how it goes.
Speed running the West. Wait, both of these teams are about to speed run the West. No.
I mean, I think that's the good way to make the bracket. I think the bracket was well made. But yeah.
100%.
Do you keep going though? Yeah, Cream.
Yeah, Cream. His international debut.
I like
see.
Cream.
He's been playing a lot more of the range champs. He's used to be the melee guy. Plays Kiana.
Nasty work.
But I mean, he's here now. Good for him. Nice to see. Jackie Love back. Oh, I know Eddy likes Jackie Love.
Oh, Jackie loves him. Like actually him. That man's gameplay. He's one of the few players that actually makes me want to play Xayah. And I play her and I'm just like, oh my god, this champion, I can't do this. How does he do this?
Yeah, him and Ruler Xayah is insane. And then Mako, the first time he's been off EDG and his tier 1 career, makes it to MSI again since 2015.
I can't forgive Mako for having Yumi as his EDG skin.
Yeah, that's his guy. I give him the pass.
Huh? No, bro.
Like, if Ahren won with support at Worlds and he didn't make it Pixel,
I would make it Pixel. I would pick the Yumi probably. I have to be honest. Like, what else do I do?
Do I have to be a cat owner to see what you people see?
Yeah, I'd make a piano, but
fuck. Wait, now I'm kind of with that idea. God damn it.
Yeah, we already have Blitz and Crank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have Blitz. Maybe that's what I try to like turn something that I actually like into a cat.
Then you end up with Space Groove Nasus. Like something like that. You're gonna have that for like Gwen.
Like, okay,
have a cat piloting your Gwen mech.
Alright, can you give me Rel?
Okay.
But turn the horse into Pixel.
Oh,
that sounds terrifying.
I think that actually goes really hard.
Yeah, you could draft something on Gmod.
I think there you go. That's what I would do. Pixel is the horse.
But yeah,
with changed it to pixel dimensions too, no horse dimensions. So just like a really badass horse.
Ooh.
I mean, it's already a chunky little
Nasty.
metal.
For those who probably don't know, but if you've made it this far, you do know. Yeah, Ahren's cat that you see, that is Pixel.
Yeah.
She is her own unit.
She fat.
Yeah, she's kind of big.
In the words of our friend Swaggin, that is a high-calorie creature.
She's a very high-calorie creature. She's on a diet currently. I think it's worked a little bit.
Thank goodness. But yeah, Top Esports, they're back. International. They the last time they were at an international, they lost to GAM. You know,
I was there for that game, by the way. Like literally in New York, bro. Shout out to the Vietnamese, man. They made my day with that game. That game was beautiful. I was out here yelling, "Dude, man!" at the top of my lungs, bro. The Karthus ult from Levi. The enemy AC 130, even the Hex Drinker bug too. I didn't give a fuck about that, bro. I did not care, dude. Gam earned that W. At the end of the day, the ball don't lie. The ball doesn't lie.
It don't.
Well,
that's been for Top Esports. Eddy, you wanna?
Welcome to America, team. FlyQuest, the number 2 seed. Honestly speaking, I don't think anyone really saw them entering this event, but since they're here, we'll introduce them. We got Bwipo, no stranger to international events. We all remember his nasty work on Fnatic against Top Esports in, what was it, 2020? Oh my god, that best of I'll never forget. That'll be his legacy in my head. We have Inspired. He's back. I think the last time Inspired was
jungler in the West.
The last time Inspired played in international was Worlds 2022, right?
Yep, with Jojo.
Yeah, that was a Jojo and EG, because I remember they were out here terrorizing New Mexico. Like, these guys were putting in the work in play-ins. Yeah. Jensen, he's here. His last international event was technically with C9. That was something. But he's here.
Only has made more international finals than Chovy, so.
Real. Now we have, more importantly, the bot lane duo of Masu and Busio. Masu, who is currently in his rookie year, and Busio technically first split, first year, and Busio technically speaking in his sophomore year of this game. These two, they're entering their first international event, and it's like across the world. Like, this isn't like, oh, we're going to Europe, or oh, we're going like LA, like, I don't know, some big stadium. Like, this is in China. I am praying for these two to like lock in. Because your top side is essentially like seasoned in these types of situations. Jensen's been doing this shit since 2015. Bwipo, maybe a little less, but like still around that range. And even Inspired too. This man's won MVP in 2 different regions. And the bot lane, these guys have to lock in. I don't know how they are, but if they do, I believe in a run. I genuinely do.
Yeah, I think all of the top side players are legitimately strong, good players. I have faith in all of them.
Yeah, I can already see them putting Masu and Busi on like Tom Kench's like, Seraphine.
You throw them against T1, and like genuinely, I think Faker and Jensen, I don't see that going more than even for either of them. I'm not gonna say Inspired's better than Owner, but I don't think there's like significant differences in the fact that like they could just do things.
Ahren, you have to understand. Where there is a matchup between Jensen and Faker, I will always bring up Jensen's tweet just in case he's right this time. Just in case he's right.
Wait. What's the tweet?
Can't wait to clap Faker.
Oh, yeah.
I think he made that tweet in like 2016.
And then?
Every time he's seen Faker, he has lost.
Yep, he'll get it this time.
I believe.
The top side. I mean, to be fair, it's not easy to beat Faker.
It's not, but he tweeted saying he would clap him, and the exact opposite happened.
Yeah. And then in Bwipo, the entire year I've done this. We gotta, like, Bwipo, I love you. Get to a new team. Not even for any reason other than I keep mixing you and Bwipo up for some reason.
How do you mix them up?
Sick of it. They have B's in their name and O's at the end. That's the whole thing.
And they have I's somewhere in there, too. You know how it be.
Exactly. He gets it. You know, I just think... I'm not saying that we would even take a game off of T1 FlyQuest. I don't think anyone will troll hard enough against any of those players from our top 3 guys loses the game for that. Do I think we'll win? No, we'll get out macroed probably. Our bot lane is not seasoned like the Guma and Carry are, and they're not nearly as good as Guma and Carry. So that'll be the main issue. I just think between those 3 players, those are legitimate, strong international candidates that I think we could see actually do something. So, with that said, moving on to the team I just talked about, we got T1, reigning world's champions.
Telecom 1, together as one.
I was watching their Game 5 against DRX today because every time in between my little break of classes, I would always watch, like, you know, VODs of current games going on, and since that is not happening, I can't do that, so I turned on a really good game because I had 50 minutes to spare, and that's about the length of the game. Completely unrelated to, I guess, everything I was going to say after. It's just kind of crazy seeing them still be around, those same 5 guys. Burgers and fries. And, yeah, so, top side, Zeus, on a bit of a downward streak, actually, especially in finals. He's going into it looking like their weakest player, shockingly, after being the MVP for Worlds. Obviously, he's not by any means a bad player. He could still do amazing. And
where's the tier list for top laners in Korea? Where Zeus was up there, but he was it was like he's like Doran's son or something. You're like
good, but unless he's playing Doran, there's like so many different.
Yeah, like he's so good until he's playing Doran.
He's on the range top laners. He's playing good in lane, but he's not even up that much CS on them. And then he'll get caught. He'll just die side lane. It's crazy. Going down, jungler, owner, great player, looking great. I don't know what to tell you. He's owner. He's really good at the game. Faker, literally nothing I could say about Faker. I think, obviously, internationally, he always looks even better for some reason. So I think that's why a lot of people would be shocked if they won the whole thing, as opposed to like Genji or BLG. Despite
that's because T1 can't win anything.
Moment, right?
T1's a funny team because they can't win anything domestically, but will go out to international events and just get a quick W.
Guma Yushi, looking like currently just the best player on T1 right now, solidly holding it down, solidly making crazy comebacks in the team fights, as T1 tends to do all the time. They'll be down, they steal a Baron, they just make a Baron angle out of nowhere. Then they win the team fight because Guma carries it, and Faker, and like create a good space for him. Carria, amazing support, obviously, can play anything, is best on the range supports. The Ashe has been banned, 69% of the games he's in, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, which you got to do that against him. Currently, I don't think it'll be a support or range support meta, so I don't think it's his meta. That doesn't mean he'll fall off too hard. It's just he doesn't get to be... He'll be a good support. He won't be carrier, right? I think his stuff, like if you have carry on Nautilus or Renata or anything like that, is he obviously still looks like one of the best supports in the world. It's just like when he's on stuff like the Lux or the Ashe or the...
I feel like he's allowed to get away with that. He's allowed to get away with that, like in like domestic play.
Yeah.
Because that kind of stuff doesn't work against Gen G. It didn't work against Gen G, and I doubt it works against the LPL.
No, exactly. It's like he loves pulling out some. It's like, let me do Varus support against OK Brian. Holy shit, carrier! And then it's like it was against OK Brian.
Where's that Kanye image? The one,
the one,
exactly. You know, the Kanye image. Yeah, the Kanye image.
Yeah. 100 points against wheelchair basketball team. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think carry will still be good. I don't think, it'll be the same as it was in Worlds because it's not the same meta.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll still be a great bot lane because I think Gumiyushi's really good. I don't think they'll actually... I mean, they don't do a ton in lane in this kind of meta, right? If they got the range supports, towers are down in 9 minutes. But, if you're playing more for scaling, they don't do a lot in lane. It's a lot of, Guma.
Now, if you're playing for scaling, you have to do it mid lane. with champions like Azir, Asol, potentially Corki, like you do your scaling mid lane.
Exactly. All right, and those are all of our play-in teams.
Did we want to cover the playoff teams?
Yeah, we'll cover the playoff
Let's
teams.
get it.
We'll
let Val handle this one. He's been waiting for this for God knows how long.
NA1 seed, what is it?
Liquid LCS's number 1 seed. And here they are. Impact, Umti, APA, Yan, and Core JJ. APA, Yan, and Core JJ return after their Worlds performance. Impact joining the team, Umti joining the team. This being Umti's first international ever. Surprising.
First international anything ever.
Yeah.
How old is he? He's like 23.
He's which is like, oh, you always think these players are old, but then you like look at their page and it's just like, oh,
no.
I still got.
I know old players. He's not one of them.
But yeah, Impact, of course, as I've always been saying, the solid rock. Like you have players like Impact and Core, you already know how the game is gonna go. All right, it's very just formulaic, very solid, very standard, even just very solid. Umti looking great. He's very gank heavy. That's the main thing I noticed on this thing.
That's because he climbed. He climbed playing a lot of like he did the same thing River did, where he climbed playing a lot of like Jarvan, Vi, and just sent it on every play, just diving people in solo queue.
Absolutely. I mean, and he does it well. Does it, and he sets up the team. Does it for the team. Very strong jungler. It fits the team very well. APA. It's APA's meta. It's Zig season. We got his Asol as well. I mean, his year's back. See how that goes. His Talia's look very good. A lot of things the thing people keep forgetting. Nico's been out for a little bit, but I'm sure Nico's going to come back. Yeah. Yan. We'll see how Yan and Core go against these international teams once more. I think it's going to be way better this time. I know Team Liquid's always better in scrims regardless, and
the scrim gods.
Obviously, yeah, I'm going to mention scrims, but it was said in the beginning of the season, and then as soon as they got knocked down into playoffs, it was said that now they're starting to play more like how they are in scrims. They're just sending it. They're actually being confident with these plays. So, I mean, it's a good look now. It's looking way better. I'm happy to. I'm excited to see.
And speaking of scrims, G2 Esports, the current Scrim World Champions. Oh my! Each and every one of these players has seen international competition. They're all ready, from Broken Blade, the top laner, to Yike, the jungler, King Capsa, the mid lane, Hod Sama bot lane, and Mickey X support. Yeah, this is the team I think I have wanting to win the whole thing, because they're the only team in the East that I could confidently say,
West.
yep. Oh yeah, the West, that I could confidently say like, nah, you're good. That like, this is the team. This is the team that could do it, because energy's not here, so they could do it. I believe. This team is. There's no. Okay, so here's my biggest fear, is that G2 does a lot that they kind of just get away with in the LEC. I think it's the reason why this split, like the past split, the LEC has been like unbearable to watch, is because G2 just gets away the most egregious drafts and nonsense, and they still win because it's unfamiliar to whatever team they're fighting against.
Or they make the game unwatchable with lane swaps.
Yeah, and I don't know.
That shit is awful.
And that's why that's why I have them winning the whole thing, is because I'm gonna pray that these curveballs are enough to rattle Eastern teams. I don't think they will, but
it's not enough to rattle Eastern teams.
I just don't. I'm not voting for an Eastern team to win this thing, bro. I can't. I can't.
Wow.
I can't. I can't. I have to believe in the West. They could be speaking any European language, or they could be speaking miles per hour. I gotta vote for them. You know how it is.
No.
You already know how it is. So yeah, G2 Esports. This is the team to watch, at least for me.
Also, don't speak in miles per hour.
It's been
See, they
5
really don't.
years.
We're the only team that does that.
Huh? I don't care if they speak a European language or miles per hour. Like, that means American.
I thought you were talking about Korean.
No, they speak kilometers per hour.
Exactly. You know what? It's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. We're saying the same thing again.
Whatever.
We're good. Okay.
Speaking of
All right,
kilometers per hour.
Number one bin fan.
My turn.
Billy.
Billy Gaming, my favorite to win the thing, which I know is a super hot take as they won LPL. Been a bin fan since MSI
again,
of
bro.
last year.
Hot take is crazy.
Yeah, been a bin since MSI last year. After watching Eric Ritchie
Dumpster him.
versus Bim, that was the 369 solo kill. But actually, no, he did good in that game too. But Ben also, his Gnar was kind of cooking. They added, since Worlds and since MSI, they added Knight to their team in the mid lane. They have kept everyone else. So just a pure upgrade in the mid lane. Not that Yagao was necessarily bad, but Knight was looking so dominant on JDG. He's continued to look dominant in the LPL. Very aggressive team. Despite Bin being, last year considered, people would argue, 369 or Bin, and then towards the end it was, Zeus or Bin or 369, and then Bin kind of came out looking like not the best in the end. But, people were still like, holy shit, Bin gets Knight, and then they're, all that. They're actually, their best part of their team is the bot lane. As much as I love Bin, and Bin's my favorite, the bot lane is insane. They have, in my opinion, both the best ADC and the best support in the world right now on that team.
Elk is a cheat code.
Elk is insane.
He is a walking cheat code.
Watching the Cadro VOD did make me genuinely dizzy because holy shit, that guy is like stuttering his camera the whole game. It's fine. I was talking earlier about Fanatics a lot like BOG in that Jun and not June, but Jun and On are so in sync together. I mean, they'll back at the same time. Jun will always be looking for the bot rotations. They'll have amazing bot rotations. They'll just dive bot for a 1-for-1 just to get out like first blood or something like that. I mean, they're playing heavily for bot lane in this series, and it's pretty easy to see why. Elk is so good in team fights. He's very, he's a really good laner. Jun is, I think the anti-carrier, where he is
anti-carrier.
The anti-carrier, where I'm talking about, Jun. He could play the range stuff, or sorry, not Jun. Sorry, On. My bad. On is the anti-carrier. He can play the range stuff. We saw him on Callista support.
Are you telling me On goes ban for ban with these weird picks?
They did actually lose that game, but On being On is the engage. I mean, he's a lot like Jun from Fnatic, great Blitzcrank player, great Nautilus player, great Renata player, good engage player. He's a playmaking player, playmaking support, great recon, all that kind of stuff. I think he's the best support in the world right now. Elk, I think best ADC. Knight, really, really good player. I'd put Chovy over Knight though. Jun, I'd put Canyon over Jun, and I'd put 369. So I think they have two of the best players in the world, and like second best at the worst in every other role.
But is On an anti-Lehen's tactic? is Elk anti-Pays? And
here's the thing: you don't need to worry about Gen G. They'll just again. It's fine. It's over. You don't even need to worry about it. I don't want them to. That's the other thing. I don't want them to. I like watching Gen G.
The one syllable team.
Gen G. What? Gen G.
No. Billy is one syllable team.
Oh. I was about to say, wait, Gen G?
Jun, Knight, Elk, Love them. Love all of their players. I think
Oh my
you know,
God,
watching
all
Knights
their names
Azir
are
a
one
little
syllable.
bit sadder than watching the other stuff.
Yeah,
it's
now that
okay.
your gal's gone, it makes it better, huh?
Yeah.
Binchun Knight Elk on.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Genji.
I think they'll win. I love them. Gen G.
Generation
We
Gamers.
got Gen G Esports. We have the Keen on the top side. Keen on the top side. Weak side is strong. I mean, it's his first time winning. He's been on the grind for a while.
Looking great.
He's literally placed every single place possible in the LCK. Those are Freako years, man. Eddy's very familiar.
Yeah.
Canyon, he is off of Damn 1, D+, whatever you want to call him.
Damn one Oakley.
Canyon is here, and he's looking good. He's mostly playing the tanks, so sometimes he's pulling out the carries. At least we saw the Kazakhs in the finals. That was crazy. They somehow pulled that off, which is even more crazy. Chovy, probably, definitely
400 CS.
I think the best player in the world. Okay, maybe not.
No, you could say best player in the world. I agree.
I think you're
The
allowed. I
second
think you're
best
allowed to
player
say
in the
that.
world.
Like
Second
right
best
now.
player in the world behind
Chovy
Tactical.
is so fucking good, dude.
He's really good. His laning's good. His rotations are good. His side laning's good. A lot of it is he's countering
Like,
counter
I
matchups.
understand-
Corki versus Oriana
Yep.
versus Faker.
Yeah, Faker hit like 0 Qs that was awful.
There's him. Pays back a little slacking, but I mean he's still winning. He's still doing good. He probably doesn't have Peanut to micromanage him anymore, but he's got Lehens too, which I mean Lehens is one of my favorite supports to watch ever. I guess people call him LCK Hillisang, but he's a very unique player. I like what he does. He's not gonna pull out cinch support, but I'd love to see it. It's my inspiration. Well, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Someone who
Gen
is
G,
willing to
looking
put
like a
about
strong
Sin
favorite.
support being your
Yep.
inspiration.
I
Oh
think
God,
Gen
help.
G is the best team in the world right now. Internationals, man.
I don't know, bro. G2 still exists.
But all I'm gonna say after what? Oh my God, I actually can't stand G2. I would rather not see the West win than G2 or Fnatic. I don't understand. This is like to me. It's like people like cheering for the SEC teams. Like, no, fuck Florida. I hope they lose everything. I don't want to ever see them win. There's no West. There's North America, my number one thing to see win.
Oh, 100%.
And then there's you know, the LPL, my BLG, my baby. I love watching them.
You don't even have an account on Bilibili, bro.
Right? Good. I'm not Chinese. And then,
Yeah,
I think
Chinese
Gen
ID
G's
collector,
really
bro.
funny.
You do?
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
I love watching
didn't know
Chovy.
that.
I understand the Jump Jojo photo after watching this Chovy play because he is God. And you know, I don't like T1. I don't want to see them win. I'm gonna be honest. I also don't. It's nothing against any of the players. Their fans are so annoying when they win. I can't stand them. And then it's 50 feet of shit. And then it's the LEC. I cannot stand seeing them.
So
do it and have any success
I'm like in between
You're
delusion,
the
delusion,
LCC. That's you. That's you.
and the truth. Right? Hear me out, because China or Korea are gonna win this event 100%. But I have to cheer
Someone
for
got my Moneyball reference.
no.
No, but someone will.
But and the only Western team I'm seeing make it far is G2. I would love to cheer for Team Liquid. If any, out of the NA teams, I hope they go farther than FlyQuest. But
I think G2 is way better than the other two.
But
Western
like
teams.
I can't cheer for an Eastern team, dude. I gotta cheer for G2. That's it.
Why? You don't have to cheer for it. You don't have to cheer.
I need a dog. I need a dog in this
The
competition.
West. The dog. Pick top or something. No one has them winning. Don't pick G2.
No one has top esports winning, bro.
Bro, start
Exactly,
playing like Jackie Love
exactly.
Eddy. That's all I'm saying, bro.
If you wanna get off to your little I wanna pick teams that no one's gonna pick. Pick top.
Nah, I'm
Damn.
picking G2.
I think top has a real shot.
I mean, they do. That's the other thing. G2 has no shot. G2, I think, could realistically.
G2 is
if they pull a
guaranteed top
miracle-
8.
Miracle, they could beat one of the West Eastern
But think
teams.
about it.
I
G2's
think they
guaranteed
could.
top
I think
8
they
though.
could. I think they're the best team in the West. I hate them though, and I want to
Top
see them succeed.
8.
Never. Quarterfinals, baby. They made it this year. They made it this year. They couldn't do it at Worlds, but they made it this year.
Top 8 this year, guys.
They're on the graphic. They're on the top 8 graphic.
Holy.
We ran through. How many? We ran through every team.
All right, now we gotta.
You got me standing up, Eddie. I just can't stand.
You got me standing. I can't
Stand up.
stand y'all.
Stand them. I can't stand you. Damn.
All right, team.
So
It's
boring.
time for predictions, and I think
For playing.
I don't think we're gonna mean to go fast, but I think everything we have is gonna be the exact same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Let's
we can just.
All right.
let's start
Let's-
small
let's-
then.
Start top. We'll go top down. Upper bracket T1 Astral.
Yeah.
2-0,
2-1,
T1,
2-1.
okay.
Yeah.
Upper bracket FlyQuest PSG. 2-0 FlyQuest. Or
Yep.
what do people have?
I put 2-1.
I don't blame you. Okay. Well, let's actually talk about this one since this is our
All right.
NA team in the playoff.
Yeah.
And actually, these for some reason everyone's like, "Oh, Maple, Junjia, they're back." Oh
Correct.
my God.
Correct.
PSG, they're from. I don't know where they're from actually. I
Taiwan.
wanted to say where. Taiwan.
Come on.
I don't care. They're a minor region. Everyone's like, "Oh, let me make my tier list and I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna put a minor region team up above my major region NA teams." You're not different. Everyone hates us anyway. You're. It's like, no, I couldn't. Okay, I'm not gonna make a reference to it, but it's basically like people wanting to be different and then actually making the most basic pick because it's the one everyone will also say, because everyone hates whatever team.
Go
We're
in
not
there.
losing. We're
Go
not losing
in
to
there
Taiwan.
and make it
We're not
about
losing.
you.
Yeah, exactly. They're going in there, they're making it about them. They're like, PSG's actually good, guys. No, I mean maybe they're actually good, but they're not better than FlyQuest. I think, like, genuinely, do you think do you think Inspired is worse than Junjia? Because even if you're like, oh, but they have Maple and Junjia, do you think Inspired's worse than Junjia?
No.
Hey, bro,
Junjia's
GG, a
joking.
world champion.
I don't care. And do
Real.
you think Jensen is worse than Maple? Like, legitimately.
No.
If you say no to either of those, or if you say yes to one of them, even, there's still 3 other players on the team. I don't see the angle. I genuinely don't. I don't think any of the players are better. I think Junjia and Maple could actually... I'm not going to say they're bad players, right? I just think we have better players across the board. And even the close players, we still have the edge on. And if we don't have the edge on one of them, maybe, I just don't see them winning that. I think Bwipo's good. I think Inspired's good. I think Jensen's good. And I think our bot lane is better than a Taiwanese team. Okay.
You want to go to the other side of the upper bracket?
Yeah,
They're a
well,
Taiwanese
we'll-
team, and they're a Taiwanese team, and their name is Paris Saint Germain.
I know. Like, that's a European soccer. It's fine. I don't get it.
European football
top versus
club.
Loud. 2-0 top, I assume everyone has.
Yeah.
Any different?
That's,
yeah. Fnatic Gam. I got 2-0 Fnatic.
2-1 Fnatic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. We're gonna move through the lower bracket.
Okay.
And okay. Astral versus PSG. I got 2-0 PSG.
2-0 PSG.
Yeah.
All right. FlyQuest PSG run back winner qualifies to playoffs. I got 2-1 FlyQuest because as a avid watcher of other sports, it is hard, and the team getting the run back does have the advantage. They have the better advantage, but I don't think it's enough to win. I think it'll be enough to take one game. So 2-1 FlyQuest for me.
I say 2-0, yeah.
I say 2-0.
Okay.
We still have FlyQuest winning.
FlyQuest qualifies to playoffs.
And T1.
All right.
Yeah, I
Lower
mean,
bracket,
that kind of spoils
Loud
it since
Gam.
we already said yeah. So essentially T1 doesn't qualify on both of our brackets then.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so T1 loses, or yeah, everyone's got two. Okay, fine. 2-0 T1 FlyQuest then.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 2-0 top Fnatic.
Sadly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so top and T1 and FlyQuest qualify. Loud versus Gam. I got 2-0 Loud.
2-1 Loud.
I have 2-0 Loud.
Wow.
What did you have before, Eddie?
So before I realized, I was just like, you know what? It's GAM. I gotta support the Vietnamese. And then I realized their entire team is kind of just slapped together. Like there's no synergy at all. So it's like, shit. No man, mother ass.
Yep.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
Anyway, it's like,
Fnatic
yeah.
Loud.
Fnatic beats Loud.
As much as that one hurts me, as much as I want Loud to win that one, I got
Yeah.
2-0 Loud. Or 2-0 Fnatic.
All right,
I think, hold on, before we even move, I'm gonna say I want to see Brazil do
0.
something. Brazilian fans are so funny. They create the greatest
They're the
memories
best.
in events.
0 minor region qualifications from any of us.
Yeah.
I think. I just don't see any of them actually qualifying. I mean, I don't think it's the hottest take, despite people having PSG over T1 or PSG over FlyQuest a lot in their tier lists, and I think those people are lame and losers. And
Wow, how spicy.
Wow, yeah. Oh, wow. You put the NA team.
Maybe that's how they
minor
drive
region
engagement.
team? Uh-oh.
Hold on, slow down. Maybe that's how they drive engagement.
That is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And also, they're trying to make their most like lukewarm, spicy take. Because they don't notice they're never above fucking. They're never above EU teams. They never put them above the EU teams. They put them above the NA teams. It's fine. We're not like legitimately. These are the top 2 teams in North America, and I think that. And on top of it, I think the better one is in play-ins anyway.
Interesting.
I do think the better one's in play-ins.
Speaking of tier lists,
even though I watched them lose, I think TL. I just don't see APA doing well in lane. It's not his champo. It's genuinely, I just think he's bad. Not bad.
No.
I think he's worse.
oh, you're channeling evil
than
energy
Chengdu.
right now. You're channeling bad energy.
Oh. No.
But the finals, my prediction for the finals
For the winner,
is
for the
FlyQuest
winner.
TL for MSI. So don't worry.
You predict that as the final?
FlyQuest TL, hell yeah. Lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck is a
Don't-
kilometer?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
with FlyQuest winning.
USA.
USA. Yo, I don't know what you're on. I don't know what you had before the flight, but why didn't you
Not
share?
soy, mostly just soy.
Never mind. I don't want any of that. What about
It's not doing good things to my stomach.
our way too
first
early
before-
predictions?
First, before that, we should talk about some. Who do we think are potential dark horses
For this entire event?
for
G2.
this entire event? Obviously, yeah, G2 is like, oh wow,
It's the only
G2,
one.
right?
If I'm
But
being
I guess
completely
you can
honest,
say
the
top
only
esports.
one that-
That's the number seed.
Yeah.
That's the number 2 seed from China, bro. That's
here-
not a dark
here's-
horse.
Here's what I'll say. Here's my dark.
That horse is orange, bro. That's not dark.
Loud to make it into playoffs.
Yes.
That's my dark horse for the play-ins.
Mhm.
But then they're gonna lose to whoever they play. And G2 to win the whole thing, but I don't think they'll do it.
I think
But I do think they're legitimately a good team.
I think
Which is like-
Loud would be my dark horse only because I think they're the only team that I see actually somehow pulling a run here. Either them or Gam, technically speaking.
They could
Whoever's
be
on that
Fnatic.
side of the map.
They could be Fnatic.
I said
Also,
map, bracket.
here's my list. Here, listen.
Mhm.
Ready? G2 in the West. G2, FlyQuest, Fnatic, TL. But
That's crazy.
Yo, I don't know what universe you're in. Let me go there. If those are the rosters that are winning, yo, that'd be so
What?
beautiful to watch.
did you?
No, that's
did
what
you-
he
that's
said
my
for the
West.
West.
That's my West
Oh.
tier list.
Oh, I was about to say. Oh, I thought you had that as a top
Yeah,
4. I'm like,
no,
oh
no.
shit.
But that any team can beat any of the teams. I don't think it's like except for I don't know if any team's beating G2. I'm gonna be real. I think we could beat G2.
I think we could.
Like I would be shocked.
Those
But
are
I
those
mean,
are the
it's
scrim
not
world
like-
champions. I
it's
think we
a-
can beat them.
It's a Western team. We can beat any Western team. I just do think there's a slight gap between every other Western.
Oh yeah,
team.
did you guys even see that the TL G2 scrims were leaked?
It did not go well.
For who?
Well, it went better than the NRG scrims did and the Co NRG did. So
True.
yeah, TL got 1 in 5 in the scrims.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah. Well, a way too early prediction.
What is the way too early predictions for?
For who's winning the whole
Just
thing.
who's winning MSI.
Oh yeah, BLG.
G2 Esports.
Your pick
All
is
right,
gonna
guys.
hate you.
I lied.
He changed it!
Who did you have before? Oh my god.
I'd play the Honda Civic noise, but
Yo, okay, okay, he had Gen G before, by the way.
yeah.
So you know that's his legit.
Team
But now
Liquid.
yo, what?
We are coming back.
What? No
APA
Team
way.
Liquid
number
Honda.
one
Thank you, Honda.
USA.
Y'all, APA is
Honda?
not shit.
APA will gap Chovy.
Thank you,
It
Honda.
is going to happen. It will happen, and it's inevitable. 2019, they had Corja J and
Honda,
Impact made
Honda,
the
Honda,
finals.
Honda.
This roster's better. That means they're making the trophy.
Honda,
That's
Honda,
it.
Honda. Thank you, Honda.
I decided I'm gonna do that, but yeah, Gen G's winning.
He changed it back. He changed it back to Gen. This dude snapped back to reality.
If Gen G finally won
This dude woke up to reality.
I think a Gen G BLG finals would be so fucking hype, dude. That would be so hype.
I'm gonna leave TL there. I think it's fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just
Oh,
looked.
yeah, there it is.
What is Rain's prediction? What?
It's a rookie.
He's not even here.
It's a rookie.
He's not even here.
He didn't make it, bro.
Wait, what am I looking at?
Scroll down.
rookie.
Just scroll down.
Wait.
The Rain's
It's
just
an
a
image
rookie.
of Rookie. Okay, I also hate Zach. Zach, why'd you put G2?
Leave him alone.
Anyone that's putting G2, I think less of.
Yo,
If you're
we're
gonna,
here to win.
pick a Western team, be a man and pick an NA team.
I
real
I
fun,
would
bro.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have.
Like, I respect Brandon's TL pick. No, you wouldn't. If you would have, you would have.
I know I would
You
have.
You can. Watch this. Watch this.
Don't change it. Don't do it.
Watch this. You can just do
No,
this.
don't do it.
Just do this. You can just do
Please
that.
don't do it. Cause
that.
one of the fuck is that?
Oh, what? Eddie's got FlyQuest winning it all.
What did
No
you
way.
do?
Well, you said you would have.
Yes,
So I
if
just changed
C9
the
was
answer.
here, hello.
Well,
You
that's
gotta.
irrelevant.
anytime-
Because this team beat C9.
This has
so
been a thing since
realistically-
since 2015. Anytime I see C9 at an international event, for the
Yo, Eddie,
pick'ems,
your border's fucked up.
I always put C9 as the winner of the event. I always do, because if I ever get that right, that means I'm a believer, a real believer.
Now bet money on it so you can become a millionaire and not
Yeah.
broke.
Ah.
Hey Eddie, unironically, if you want to gamble some real money, $10. James Pierce plus 3,000 first pick in the NFL draft. I'm dead serious.
I haven't even looked at the NFL draft at all.
No, next year.
Oh,
I'm dead serious. I'm betting that as soon as I get back because I'm not 21. I'm putting $10 down on that.
well, here at the LCS Lunker Podcast, we don't exactly support unhealthy gambling, so
We
please
do
understand.
support gambling because we're here to announce our sponsor, DraftKings.
I don't know about all that.
Give us all your money and make parlays.
Use the promo code. Go
cannot-
burn your money on a horrible NBA games.
Okay, but legitimately, y'all, if you want, I know. Okay, look at my hat and ignore it. Legitimately.
Bald.
Now, would I bet this if I wasn't a
Bald.
Tennessee fan? No, but I'm betting it because I think it's both a smart pick. And if you have $10 to spare, think about it like an investment that's slightly risky.
That's not an investment.
Okay, well, it's fine. There's a man named James Pierce. He's an edge. He's really good. I'm not the only one saying that.
Is this
he's
for
gonna
all the
go
college
first in the
fans? What are you
draft.
doing?
No, this is for you too. You're 21.
I'm not gambling. Okay, I've given my money before in sports, but it's funny money. It'll be like not that much.
But seriously, 247's got him as their number one. PFF's got him as their number one. But for some reason, betting sites got like Quinn Ewers and shit like that. Plus 3,000, and Shadur Sanders. Great players. Plus 3,000 on James Pierce right now is better than he should be. If it was like plus 1,000 or plus 500, I think it should be, I wouldn't tell you to bet it because that's not necessarily good money. But plus 3,000 on a guy that could legitimately go first, that I think a lot of people are picking to go first, might as well throw down the $10. I'm doing it in a couple weeks. Just thinking about it. It legitimately could be it.
To our viewers, this dude Ahren is about to be he's about to be $10 like poor.
Probably, that's the thing. Probably, but better. His odds are way higher, or way lower than I think they should be. So, it's good money.
Well,
you're betting. You're not betting you're betting the market. You know.
Aside from that, I think we've reached every checkpoint for today's episode. To think play-ins ends in a week, 1 week for all of play-ins.
Yay.
Well, chat. Do we have any other closing remarks? Anything to say?
Magic.